Hello everyone, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. I have another Monday quarterback video for you. I'm going to play this video and talk about things that are going on to better explain what's going on and talk about things that I think that are being done right and or done wrong. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Brandon Gillespie, the Police Chief of the Modesto Police Department. The following is a critical incident community briefing regarding an officer-involved shooting that occurred on July 14th, 2022 in the 1400 block of Entrada Way. In an effort to remain transparent and provide our community with an update, I'm here to present you with information surrounding this incident so you have a better understanding of what occurred. Body-worn camera video reveals important information about what happened, but still leaves many details to be discovered. The Modesto Police Department conducts extremely thorough use of force investigations, including all officer-involved shootings, and it is now our responsibility to conduct a thorough investigation into this incident. The call for service began at approximately 5:34 p.m. when the Stanislaus Regional 911 Communications Center received the following 911 call.
I'm calling right now. I'm calling right now. Yeah, I need you to help me trot away. There's a drunk man at my door threatening my life. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, pull that shit off my door again. Pull my shit again. I'm getting my gun. This is fucking ridiculous. If he comes in my door, do I get a chance to shoot him?
Sir,
Comes in my house.
I'm gonna.
What the fuck? Do I get a chance to shoot him? Let's hear that again.
Pull my shit again. I'm getting my gun. This is fucking ridiculous. If he comes in my door, do I get a chance to shoot him?
That's fucking stupid. Oh man, there's some people, dude. Like stuff like this. I understand how the anti-gun crowd says that there needs to be more requirements in place for people to have guns. Like when it comes to shit like this, I understand their thinking. Like I get where they're at in their headspace. When calling 911, that phone call is going to be recorded. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. So when you are making a 911 call on something where someone is, it sounds like this person's at his door and is trying to come in his house. Let's back it up. Someone at your door. Do you need to open that door for them? No. You do not need to open that door for anyone. There's no law that says that it's unlawful to talk to a person through your door because it's rude. Right? Everyone that approaches your door and knocks on it should have to talk to you through your locked door. If you know that you're having family come over, like it's you got dinner later on, family's supposed to come over for birthday party or whatever, friends coming over to play games or whatever the hell's going on. Even if you know you got company coming over and you hear a knock at the door, you should not just go blindly open that door. Unless your door has like a window on it and you can see them through that window. There's a peephole. You take a quick little look through that peephole. You see your friend or family there on the other door. If you don't have the means to be able to see who's on the other side of that door, don't open it. Challenge the person through that locked door. Who is it? If it's not anybody you know, don't open the door. Even if it's someone saying, it's the police. Anybody can say they're the police. You can go out and buy all kinds of stuff on the internet that the police use. Belts, holsters, uniforms, patches, badges, pins. All the bells and whistles. You could buy everything you need today, ship it to your house to look like your local police. Now, most of the distributors that sell the badges and the patches, I won't say most, but a lot of them will require that you produce some type of credential. But those are American-based companies. You can find some foreign-based companies that make patches, and you could send a picture of your local agency's patch to one of these foreign companies, like a Chinese company, and they'll make you the patch. They don't give a shit. They'll fucking make you 200 of them for $60. I mean, I don't know if they, they got those kind of rates, but I mean, they'll make it. They don't care. Now, when it comes to badges, there's only so many few badge companies here in the U.S. that will produce stuff. And, you may come across, the big ones who will mandate that you need credentials to order something. But you can, people can always fabricate things. They can forge documents, stuff like that. And then you can always find a company who will do it without a credential. So it could be very easy for a person to order everything online, have it shipped to their house, and they can walk out their door dressed just the same as your local police. So just because someone says they're the police and you look through the window and they look like the police, doesn't mean they're the police. In those instances, if you don't know anything about your local police, you're not in a position to know what you're looking at and how to decipher it or analyze it and understand what it is, then you should just call 911 dispatch center. Call them and tell them, I'm such and such. There's a person at my door at this address. They say they're the police. Are they really the police? Dispatch center is going to know. But if you're in public service, either you are law enforcement, you're an EMT, firefighter, security, nurse, you've got some friends who are police. If you know what you're looking for, you can figure out if the person's fake or not. But if you're not comfortable, you wouldn't know the difference between looking at a Hollywood cop or a real cop. If you don't know, then just do the safe thing. Keep that door locked. Call that dispatch center and verify if there's an officer there. Even people coming up and saying, "Oh, we've been involved in a car wreck." Okay, I'll call 911 for you. You do not have to open that door. So, with all that being said, it sounds like to me this guy opened the door and engaged this dude verbally. And then things, from the sounds of it, it sounds like it started to escalate. He's arguing with the guy, and now he's saying he's going to get his gun, and then asking the dispatcher, if he comes in my door, do I get a chance to shoot him? Do I get a chance to shoot him? Like, that is the dumbest fucking thing you could ever say. Let's see what else is said.
Sir, I'm not
Come to
going
my house.
to I'm going to
Do I-
call
do
for
I get a chance
I
to
need you
shoot
to answer my questions. Your
Yeah.
address is in Trotta Way in Modesto with across of Orangeburg.
Yes.
Do you know this male?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, picked him up yesterday.
Huh.
Up in my house.
Okay, how do you know him?
He's my son-in-law. He's drunk.
What's his first name?
Paul Chavez.
Can you spell his first name for me?
Paul, Paul.
How do you spell his last name?
Chave. Or E-V. Chave.
Chavez?
Yep.
What's his date of birth?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Nope.
How old is he?
30.
He's 30. Is he white, black, Hispanic, Asian? Hello?
White.
What color shirt is he wearing?
No shirt.
What color pants?
Blue jeans.
Does he have any weapons?
No.
So you said he's been drinking?
Yes. And he's ripping my screen door off as we speak.
Okay, so he's ripping the screen door off?
Screen door off, yes. He's doing property to my house. Or property damage to my house, yes.
Okay. And is he just damaging the windows, or is he damaging?
Yes. He's ripping the screen door off. And my wife went to go get pizza and she's on her way back, so I'm going to have to go out there and deal with him. So you better hurry up. Because if he touches my wife, I'm going to shoot him.
What's your first name?
Oh, man, this guy is just making it super easy for a prosecutor to just nail him to the fucking wall. Making it easy for an attorney in a civil case to nail him to the fucking wall and take everything. Oh, you better hurry up, because he's telling my wife I'm going to go out there and shoot him. Oh, God dang. Whew. Like I said, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
What's your last name? Can you spell that for me?
Take a mess.
And what's your date of birth? Okay, and are your doors locked?
Yes. But my wife's coming up. Pizza.
Okay, can you tell your wife not to drive in the driveway just so you avoid confrontation until law enforcement gets there?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to enter a call for service, okay? Hello, are you still there?
So yeah, the dispatcher had the great idea. Like, hey, call your wife and tell her not to pull in the driveway. Like, that would obviously be the most smart thing to do.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to get a call enter for service, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
One. Yeah, I called 911 from Chavez about a drunk guy. He has a hitch now, and he moved over to my neighbor's house, and he's in their yard, so he has a weapon.
He has a what?
A hitch from the truck with the ball on it.
He's still in the front yard?
For towing. He's in the neighbor's front yard now. He's looking for a fight.
Do you know the address of your neighbor?
Towards Orangeburg. It's the second house in from Orangeburg.
Okay.
On the right. Second house on the right.
All right, they should be there soon. They're right down the street, okay?
Yep. No.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Based on the information the caller provided, dispatch entered a priority call for service and dispatched officers to respond to the call, including Officer Sam Muncie, a 9-year veteran of the Modesto Police Department, and Officer Sergio Valencia, a 4-year veteran of the Modesto Police Department. The following videos are body camera footage from both Officer Muncie and Officer Valencia, along with a residential surveillance video of this incident. When an officer uses force, such as the discharging of a firearm, it can be graphic and difficult to watch. Viewer discretion is advised.
Nothing wrong with your audio. It is in buffer mode. Looks like the seatbelt is covering the lens. So they're going to a call where a dude is trying to invade another person's home. That makes it a high-risk call, in my opinion. And so because it is going to be that type of high-risk call, I think that rifles should be deployed on this type of call. We'll see if that happens or not. My bet's probably not. So I like how he has his body camera on while he's responding. He either manually turned the camera on himself, or because he activated the emergency equipment in the vehicle, that could have sent a signal to his camera to activate record. Which one's going on, I don't know. But body cameras are great, but they don't help you if they're not recording. So before ever going on scene, I think it's important to turn that camera on to record. That way, when you go to dismount that vehicle and something were to rapidly, suddenly happen, it's already recording. You don't have to worry about it. There's been times where people did not hit record on their camera before getting out of the car, and then they got out of the car, and then boom, something happened, and they forgot all about their camera because obviously their mind was somewhere else, like fighting for their life, and so they forgot to turn the camera on. Well, in some cases, they missed out on the opportunity to capture all that stuff on buffer. The body cam footage can help exonerate you, and it can help speed along that investigative process. So the best thing is set them to record before you ever step out of the car, preferably before you ever turn onto the street where you're supposed to be. And if you activate it while you're going to the call, I think that's even better.
I copy advice on 1033.
Yeah, we'll take it for now.
We'll be 1033 on to Modesto 1 and Charlie.
All right, smart move there. So he's disengaging his seatbelt as he's arriving. So that's a good practice to get into, in my opinion. It just helps facilitate you getting that seatbelt off of you so that when you come to a stop, you can very quickly dismount. And the added benefit of taking it off before you roll up is if it were to, for example, maybe loop under the handle of the taser or get caught on something, while you're, rolling up to the area, you can very smoothly deal with those kind of obstructions. Like you just pull it out of the way, get it out from the taser, make sure it tucks all the way, back into its receiver or whatever. And then when, boom, you come to a stop, you can very quickly get out of the vehicle, no obstructions whatsoever. The opposite of that, you wait till you get there, and then boom, you got to very quickly get out. If you hit that button to disconnect the seatbelt and it doesn't retract all the way you want, and part of it gets caught on your taser and you start to dismount from the car, boom, that's going to slow you down, or potentially, crack the handle of the taser, and now the taser is going to be ineffective, or it could catch on something and now you're like, boom, trying to get out of the car, and it can screw you up. So good idea, good move to throw that seatbelt off before coming to a stop.
You see him?
So, radios. Like this right here is the same shit when the motherfuckers were invented. Well, maybe not exactly when they were invented, but at least as far as radios go, mobile two-way radios in a car, this setup has been the same since like the 1950s. Like what we're doing today is what people were doing back in the 50s, right? I think that as far as technology goes, we've come a very long way, and this way of using radios needs to change. Like it really does. Like this fucking little bracket that you gotta put the little swivel thing in, that is so old. And it's not that efficient either, because you have to really pay attention to plop that thing in there. Now there is an aftermarket product you can get. I forget what it's called, but it's a big magnet that attaches to the back of this microphone, and you can slap that thing anywhere on your middle console because it's made out of metal. You don't have to, very fine tooth it and put it right there in that little exact spot. You just slap it right there on the console, and boom, it sticks. What I like to do is unplug the microphone itself, unplug it from the radio, and on my Tough Book, I'll have that handle on the Tough Book pulled out, and I'll feed the microphone wire down through that open handle and have this radio kind of sit and cradle inside that handle, and then I'll replug the cord back into the radio. So that way I can just reach over, lift that mic up, talk into it, and then just set it back down in the cradle of that handle for that laptop. And I don't even have to lift it up and talk to it either, because the way it sits and it's so close to me, all I really need to do is just reach over and hit the button and just talk a little bit louder, and people are still going to hear me, know what's going on. But like I said, technology has progressed to a way that I think that manufacturers like Ford and Dodge and Chevy, who make police package vehicles, they need to start talking to Motorola and work up a way to have on the steering column a push-to-talk button for a radio. Or a remote push-to-talk button could be set up to where it's on the console. All you got to do is reach down and press the little red button to activate microphone. And the car could come pre-configured with a button here on the cluster, right here on the steering wheel column, that is red, and all the wires are pre-ran, and it goes to the middle console. All you got to do is connect the radio in like you normally would, put those wires into a special port in the back, and then voila. While you're driving, all you got to do is press this push the talk button, and it either activates the microphone on this, or the microphone that will be up on the ceiling of the vehicle for your OnStar kind of bullshit or whatever, or for your hands-free talking, right? Just driving down the road, click the little push-to-talk button on the steering wheel column, talk out loud to, whatever you got to say, like 10-4 dispatch, and then let go. Or there's a button down on the console. You just press it, 10-4, and then let go. If they could start doing that, that would be a game changer. It really would. So think about motorcycle cops. They got that kind of technology in place. They got a little push-to-talk button on their handlebars while they're driving down the road on the motorcycle. All they got to do is press that little button. It activates the microphone in their helmet. They can talk, say what they got to say, and then pull their thumb up off that button, and the radio is no longer transmitting. So the ability is out there. It really is. It's just time that these manufacturers get off their ass and fucking do it. Because the fact that we're still doing shit the same way as done back in the 1950s is bullshit. And just think, like, how effective this is. Like, he drops this damn thing, it's going to go on the fucking floor, and then he's going to have to fuck with it trying to get it back into his hand.
Modesto. We're UTL on the street. I'm gonna go up to RB's house.
I got you.
He's sitting in a car? No. Says he's in the grass by that car. I think your husband wants you to go home.
Yeah, I just parked here.
Go ahead. There he is. Hi, sir. Hey, don't move, okay? Hey, put that down. Put that down. Barry 73 went at gunpoint, uncooperative. Put that down. Put that down or you're going to get tased. You're going to get tased. Put it down, man. Put it down. 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 Down. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. You got comms? He's shot. He's shot. He's tased, right? Yep. He's tased and shot.
Oh, good. Who shot?
Me.
Okay. All right.
Come on over here. Come on over here. We're gonna go to the tree. We're gonna go to the tree. Come on. Go to the tree.
Copy, we have 911 Maryland route. Are they clear?
Got him. Yep. I got the start. Alright. Yeah.
All right, let's see this again.
Okay. Hey, put that down.
All right, so as I predicted, no one's going to have a rifle out. That is one of my chief complaints when it comes to videos like this, officers neglecting to get a rifle out. So this is a high-risk call. This guy has armed himself, well, before he's armed himself with a weapon, he has tried to commit a home invasion. He has tried to break into someone's home where he was not welcomed. He has also now armed himself with a trailer hitch. A trailer hitch is a big chunk of metal, and it will definitely bash your skull in. Like, it will kill you. So those two facts alone, and even just the first one, someone trying to break into someone's house, that right there makes it a high-risk call. And that dictates that a rifle needs to be brought out for that type of call. High-risk calls have a higher risk of a deadly force encounter occurring. And the best tool to have for a deadly force encounter is a rifle. Rifles are far more superior than pistols. They have better accuracy and better terminal ballistics. Pistols, they just suck. They do. But the reason why pistols are carried all the damn time is because they're comfortable and convenient to be able to carry all damn day, and because law enforcement are not getting in the gunfights every single day. You think about your local agency, when's the last time they've been involved in a gunfight? And if it was recent, try to think about when was the last time before that. The majority of them just do not get involved in a lot of gunfights all the time. And so they don't have to carry rifles around all the time because it's not needed like that. Instead, pistols are carried because the regular day in, day out job in law enforcement is not working a gun. It's working a pencil, ink pen, and keyboard in your mouth. That's it. It's fucking talking to people, writing reports, typing reports, etc. That's about it. Now, if it was the other way around, if police were going out there and getting involved in gunfights every damn day, multiple times a day, yeah, you would see them start carrying rifles around. Because they would realize real quick, hey, we need rifles. But that's not happening. So pistols are carried all the time. And pistols can work. They can incapacitate a person. They can do their job. And if something, during the mundane task, what people call routine, during one of those times where, you're doing something routine and something suddenly rapidly happens, then boom, you've got the pistol that you can go to deal with the problem. So I would have liked to have seen a rifle being brought out on this, but we don't get to see that. There is 2 of them there, and
Put that
immediately,
down. Barry 73 one at gunpoint.
this guy's non-compliant, not wanting to pay attention
Put that down.
to
I'm gonna get
anything.
tased.
We have 1 officer with lethal cover and 1 officer with less lethal cover.
You're gonna get tased. Put it down, man. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down.
Anytime a person has a deadly physical weapon or a deadly instrument in their hands, there needs to be lethal cover being provided. And we see this being provided here by this officer with a pistol. And this officer has his taser out. If it was just 1 officer there, if it's just him, then he's going to have to be pointing his pistol at this guy. Because you never point a less lethal weapon at a person when you're by yourself and that person has a lethal weapon or a dangerous instrument in their hands. So we do have proper coverage here. He fires his taser once. Back that up.
Put it down. Put it down. Put it down.
No effect. You can hear the sound of the taser. Back it up so you can hear it again. Listen to it go from to being loud. It goes.
Put it down. Put it down.
So when he smacked that probe out of his body, you could hear the taser start to get loud. So a loud taser is indicative of a bad connection. You want your taser running quieter than that, like it was at the very beginning of this. So what happened here? We know that he has good connection with both probes, or else it would be a super loud noise. What I think has happened is the 2 probes are just too close together to be able to achieve an MI.
Put it down. Put it down. Put it down. Down. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
So I think that he kind of just simultaneously deployed his taser as this guy fired.
Get on the ground now.
And then the guy...
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on.
He just picks the probe out and just kind of flicks it away.
On the ground now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now.
He drops that big old hitch.
Get on the ground. You got cons?
Now at this point, both probes have been, or both cartridges have been deployed. This taser is out of commission. So him holding it, that's a waste. He needs to either A, immediately holster it, or B, drop it. And what I think he could have done is immediately drop that taser, switch over to OC, and then step forward and start spraying the OC in that guy's face to get compliance out of him. He still hasn't gone down to the ground. Even though lethal force has been used, we don't know what kind of effect it's had so far. The guy's still standing. He's still non-compliant. So I think that immediate action for the less lethal guy is to switch to another less lethal device. Drop it, go to OC, and go paint his face.
He's shot. He's shot. He's tased, right? Yep. He's tased and shot.
Oh, go. Who shot?
Me.
Okay. All right.
Come on over here. Come on over here. Let go of the tree. Let go of the tree. Let go of the tree. Come on. Let go of the tree. Let go of the tree.
Look at that. That thing is huge. Like I said, that will bash a person's skull in.
Heavy van 911 for West Island route. Are they clearing?
Yep. I got the sir. All right. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with your audio. It's in buffer mode. Notice how he has gloves on. I like that. He has went ahead and thrown some gloves on to be prepared for this encounter. You know, the way the person's acting is most likely they're going to be going hands-on. And so I'm assuming as they're going down the road, or he's going down the road responding to this call, he's reached over and grabbed some gloves and has put them on. So that's good forward thinking.
Hey, don't move, okay? Hey, put that down. Put it down. Hey, put it down. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down. Then I tell you again. Taser, taser, taser. Put it down. 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 Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. You got calm? Yep. Yep. He's shot. Mary 71, AM hard code 3. He's taped, right? Yep.
Oh, good. Okay.
Okay. Take him out. Come on over here. Come on over here. Let go of the tree. Let go of the tree. Let go of the tree. Come on. Let go of the tree.
Heavy van 911 for West Island route. Are they clearing?
Yep. I got this, sir. All right. You got.
So
Okay. Take him out. Come on over here. Come on over here. Let go of the tree. Let go of the tree. Let go of the.
So at that point, the way he was positioned and he was kind of face forward into this little bush, I think that would have been a good opportunity to just go ahead and handcuff him right then and there. His hands, put him to the back, cuff him, and then pull him away from this thing if you need to. Him holding on to stuff, that could be a spasm effect. People call it a death grip. Sometimes people will clench their fists and hang on to stuff after they or as they're dying or after they've died. So sometimes you'll see this with like drowning victims. As a person drowns and they get down, to the bottom of the river and they're going through the drowning phase. Sometimes in their hands, when you recover the body, you'll find like stuff from under the water that is clenched in their hands, or people who have. I remember one case I worked as a hunter who had taken his boat and rowed it across to another part of the lake, caught a deer, put the deer back on his boat, and was going back to the launch point and ran into an issue, and he fell out of the boat, and the boat started making circles, and the boat ended up circling him and then hitting him with its propeller, and of course he he drowned and sank to the bottom. When we found him, he had his orange toboggan clenched in his hands. So I guess when he fell out of the water, his toboggan came off, and I guess he had reached out for it and grabbed it and was holding on to it. And boom, he got hit with the propeller, sank, drowned, and he was still clenching on for life for that damn toboggan. So the death grip is kind of an interesting thing. So I don't know if that's what's going on with this guy or not. As he's in the thralls of, dying, that could be that spasm thing that's going on where he's just gripping really hard on stuff, and that's what's going on, or could be.
Tree, come on. We'll go to the tree.
Copy, we are available for 1 7 round. Are we clear?
Yep. Yeah, I got this, sir. All right. You got.
Mr. Chavez was provided medical aid by officers until paramedics arrived. He was transported to a local hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. The Modesto Police Department recognizes and respects the value of all human life. Officer-involved shootings are a tragic event for everyone, our officers, the community, and the family members of those involved. Per State Assembly Bill 1506, the California Department of Justice is required to investigate all incidents of an officer-involved shooting that result in the death of an unarmed civilian in the state. An unarmed civilian.
He is not unarmed. He had a fucking weapon. See, this is the shit that annoys me with people, and they want to pass laws. It is done from knee-jerk reactions from people who don't know shit about shit. Unarmed. Oh, just because he doesn't have a gun, that makes him unarmed? Now, hell no. That damn trailer hitch is just as deadly as a gun.
And is generally defined as anyone not in possession of a deadly weapon. As part of our due diligence, the California...
Not a deadly weapon. Okay, allow me to swing full force a fucking trailer hitch at your head. Do you think that you will 100% survive that? If you 100% believe that you could probably survive me swinging a trailer hitch at your head with the same force as swinging a baseball bat, and you think that you'll survive that, you're fucking stupid. Like, you are fucking dumb. You don't need to be making decisions for other people. If you recognize the fact that there's a chance you could die from it, then guess what? It's a fucking deadly weapon.
Department of Justice was notified and responded the night of the incident to assess whether the trailer hitch used by Chavez qualified as a deadly weapon under the totality of the circumstances. Based on their assessment, the California Department of Justice determined that the incident did not qualify for their review under Assembly Bill 1506. Additional information about the law and the role of the California Department of Justice.
Okay, so it sounds like some people had some common sense and decided, okay, yeah, this is not an unarmed person. This trailer hitch could kill, so yeah, we're not going to be doing this unarmed killing investigation. So sound like someone has some common sense on not taking that investigation further. But you know, there are still going to be some people out there who would say it was just a trailer hitch. It's just a piece of metal. That's all it was. It wasn't a gun. Again, those people are incredibly stupid, and they do not need to be in any position whatsoever to be able to cause things to be happening to other people, like voting. Like that's scary. It really is. Like, people who are so incredibly stupid like that, who can go out and vote or sit on a jury, whew, that's scary. All right. Not much else to say about this video. If you like what you hear and see, go ahead and give me a like and a share. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more Monday quarterback videos. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching.